When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When all the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be.
The Beatles' Let It Be is a song that means so much for so many people. Many memories built and attached to this very song. And a lesson can be taken from the message of the song. We were told and felt the meaning was related to life and death, the letting go of attachment and the acceptance of life. And we cannot argue this, we can relate to it, but this is true. But could there be another meaning, like the words that have dual meanings? And life's duality itself, what else could the song be hinting to? Paul McCartney said the song was conceived when he had a dream in the 60s that his mom, Mary, who had died, came to him in a dream, reassuring him, saying it was all going to be okay, let it be. In a 1975 TV special, Mal Evans, a close friend of the Beatles, gave an alternative explanation to the song's origin. He stated Paul was meditating one day and it came to him in a vision. He also said the title was going to be Brother Malcolm, and there is a version of this song out there, but he had to change it, stating people might get the wrong idea. With everything said about dissociation, accepting trauma, abuse and programming, it could be argued the song is actually about that. Letting go and letting the abuse be, letting the events take place, and when they do, Mother Mary comes and speaks her words of wisdom, the disassociation experience, the submission. And before I continue, for those that love the Beatles, I am in no way trying to discredit them. Myself, having been brought up with the artists that I love, to find out later they are part of an agenda. And although part of that agenda, we have still built our personal memories and lives around these songs, which have no relation to the hidden meanings or anything with ulterior motives. It also doesn't mean that they are evil or corrupt. There are many people involved in such things which have limited control over, as they are in fact trapped themselves, victims themselves. Most were never given the choice. Some were tricked and deceived. And this seems to be the case with this song, as the song is from the victim's point of view, the victim's perspective. And in regards to altars created in the mind and the world also being traumatised, programmed and controlled, when we dissociate we may see God, Mother Mary, past ones we love. There is also controllers and handlers, and the line that states, for though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. Although the controllers are parted and separated, they are always watching, so there is still a chance that they will see. And from the crowded room visuals I have shown, and in relation to the Fritz Springmeier book, in regards to the light, the front, and the altars that take control, standing in the spotlight, we can clearly see this in the lines. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me, shining till tomorrow, let it be. And then they say, I wake up to the sound of music, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. He wakes up to the sound of music and Mother Mary comes to him. The music be seen as electroshock therapy, hypnotic vibration and tones that are played when a victim is traumatised before one dissociates. Everything has dual meanings, the narrative and the truth. The interesting thing about dissociation, trauma, and all of the above is what it creates. Most of our fantasy, most of our music comes from a place within, or a place of dissociation. It seems through trauma and through delving through the mind, the use of certain drugs, allow us to have an alternative view of the world. Almost like the Wizard of Oz, allow us to see the colour instead of the black and white. Like what I'm trying to highlight with the words and the duality of the meaning. The average person can only see the black and white, what they're told. The average person struggles to create, struggles to think, and struggles to go outside of the box. So it seems we find ourselves in a place where, although trauma is full of pain, and hate and darkness, it creates the most beautiful pieces of art. And I would happily argue that the most traumatized people in the world are the ones able to reach down and find something most extraordinary. Whether that's a story, whether that's a painting, whether that's a song. It seems the majority of the things that colour this world, our songs and our stories, our books and our movies, all stem from a similar place. All stem from a place deep down, and one of the routes used to get to that place by these people are extreme torture. Once the torture has taken place, the trauma has taken place, so occurs dissociation, fantasy and creativity. From there, their mind can be melded like clay. They can be influenced and controlled, but they also can be pulled on for resource. They become our artists, our poets, our actors and our writers. We have further questions to answer in regards to the whole of the world and how this has not just affected individuals at certain levels, but affects the whole world's population on a day-to-day basis. For if the people we are listening to, reading from and watching are all traumatized and programmed, then what are we ultimately? We watch these programs, hear these songs, read these books. We ourselves, in turn, are being programmed through the programmer's programs. It seems all we can do is but share and spread awareness of the subjects. Protect ourselves and the input which are coming. Stay constantly aware. Balance ourselves. Remember who we are. Remember they are trying to program. Remember they are trying to profit from us. We need to maintain our self-control from external influence. Empower ourselves. For when we transmute ourself, the base form, into something much purer, they tend to do this in traumatic ways. We can choose to do this in our own way. We follow the inward path and take back control of ourselves. All the input they give us, all the thoughts they create, all the decisions they push need to be questioned. And instead of being yes people and sheep people, we must rise and become something much higher. Remembering not to follow others, follow the system, follow what they want. This system seems to be in place, and until it crumbles, the system will ultimately affect the populations. We need not look at other people and the rest of the world, only ourselves. And by focusing on ourselves, in turn, we transmute to then be able to help the world. Taking back control. The plane was hijacked. We were about to overthrow the hijackers. And this works on a mental scale and a worldwide scale. We need to take back control of every avenue. Love and light.
Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When I find myself in times of heartache, Brother Malcolm comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, he is standing right in front of speaking words of wisdom, let it be.